Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the online class. This is P5 General Studies, Unit 1, My Changing Body, Lesson 1. First of all, schedule of the day. First, based learning. Second, videos watching. Third, homework. Fourth, complete the Google form. Part 1. My body is changing. Please have a look at the picture on the right. Recently, Elaine has spent a lot of time taking a bath. Shall we think together? What are some possible changes on Elaine's body? You can see that the girl, Elaine, standing in front of the mirror and asking, "Why are these changes on my body?" Can you think of any? We will discuss about it in the live lesson. After thinking of Elaine's case in the previous page, he comes to you. Do you realize any changes on your body recently? What are they? You can see in the picture the boy wearing blue t-shirt says my voice has become blah blah blah, and the girl wearing red says lately my body has become blah blah blah, and the doctor says don't be shy, let's share. We won't discuss about it in the live lesson, but we would like you to type it out in the Google form that we will set in this online class. So please think of it, and in the Google form there is a question for it, okay? After thinking of Elaine's case and your own case, let's have a look at some information here. This is part 2, growth of the human body. As human beings grow, their bodies show various changes. Now you are at the period between childhood and adulthood. We call this transitional period, puberty. In general, actually, girls begin the process of puberty at a time which is about 11 or 12 years old. That is earlier than boys, which is about 13 or 14 years old. In the previous slide, the word puberty, it is a key concept, the first key concept that you have to remember in this unit. Puberty means a transitional period. It is a period that is between childhood and adulthood. During puberty, there are some physiological changes in human bodies. So let's have a look at this picture. First of all, start with the infancy. Okay, from infancy to the childhood. And between this process, it is apart from the increase in weight and height, baby and children do not have a lot of physiological changes. That means that body changes are not very obvious and not too many. But from childhood here, this is childhood, and this picture means or represents puberty. Between childhood and puberty, within this process, people's height increases by 7 to 8 cm on average every year, while the weight goes up by 5 to 6 kg. There are significant physiological changes for male and female which occur from the age of 10 to 20. So this is during puberty period, okay? And from puberty to adulthood, and this is the process after puberty, and most physiological changes will stop. And because of these all changes, male and female look differently. In the previous slide, we go through the process from infancy to childhood, from childhood to puberty, from puberty to adulthood. And our body keeps on changing, and we call it physiological aspect. Okay, if you check up in the dictionary, physiological means relating to the way in which the bodies of living things work. That means in this unit, that means human bodies works. So physiological aspect means you can take it as the changes in human bodies, and this is important, and you have to remember. In the previous slides, we have mentioned about the growth of the human body. That means during puberty, the physiological changes in our bodies. Right now, in part 3, it comes to the differences between boys and girls. That means we will study what is the different changes will take place in boys and girls' body during puberty. Okay. Let's have a look at boys' body first. What changes will take place in their bodies during puberty? Of course, they will grow taller and stronger. Their shoulders might be broader and more muscular, and their larynx hair enlarges, and voice becomes deepens. And hair grows on the face, armpits, and around the genital areas. And the reproductive organ becomes mature. And also, some boys have wet dreams. The penis and testes grow larger. Testes become mature and produce sperms. Boys, do you have these physiological changes? After talking about boys, here comes to girls. What changes will take place in girls' bodies during puberty? First, taller. Body becoming curvy, and hips widens. Voice remains in high pitch. Hair grows on armpits and around the genital areas. Reproductive organ becomes mature, and menstruation occurs. breasts develop. Girls, do you have these physiological changes? After all, comes to the main points in this lesson. Actually, in this lesson, first, we think of Elaine's case and your own case about the body changes. Second, we have studied about the growth of the human body from infancy to childhood, from childhood to puberty, and from puberty to adulthood. Third, we have a look at the differences between boys and girls um, during the puberty, how their body changes during that time. We have a look at boys' body and girls' body. Now here comes to the main point. By the end of this lesson, we hope that you can explain the meaning of two key concepts that we have mentioned in this lesson. First, that is puberty. Second, that is physiological aspects. Second, you know that the growth of human bodies. And third, you can point out the changes of the body in puberty in either boys and or girl, or it would be better you can name both. So here comes to the homework. Here comes to the homework. Question. Study the pictures and the explanations on page 6, which is the slides that we talk about the body changes in boys and girls' bodies during puberty. After studying those two pictures, then identify the similarities and differences regarding body changes between boys and girls. Write them in the blanks below. After reading the question, it said that write them in the blanks below, and the blanks is here. It is called a Venn diagram, and you can see that there are two circles. The one on the left, let me show. Okay, laser pointer. Yes, orange circle. It represents boys. And then circle color in green, which represents girl. So in between here, this part, it is the similarity regarding boys and girls body changes. Okay, so you have to put point form here. Here is for boys, and here is for girl, and the places in between is the overlapped part. So you have to find out what changes happen on both boys and girls' body during their puberty. Okay? We will discuss about it during live lesson as well. Besides the homework that is mentioned in the previous page, please, after finish watching this PowerPoint slide, please go to watch the video link given in this online classroom, and after all these, please fill in the Google form that is given as well. Okay, so this is the end of Unit 1, Lesson 1.